Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through the most recent patch which dropped about 15 minutes ago. You can see December 12th, 2023, which is today. And also it's my first video in a while because I've just finished moving into a new house. And so I was actually planning on making another video, but since this update's just come out, we're going to have a look at this. But the next video should be really exciting. I'm going to work on it this afternoon. So yeah, let's get right into the patch. Alright, welcome Trailblazers to another exciting update for AOE 3. It's the festive season of the year. That is why we gifted many civilizations new and improved team cards so that you and your team can have a merry time together. We are also reworking walls to address your feedback and make visitors feel more welcome. Of course, there are many other sweet fixes and balance changes in this patch. For further gift receivals, you may want to set your home city shipment point to the nearest and prettiest tree. I don't know what that means, but looks like they're going to be addressing some team balance, it seems. Maybe um, adding to like the team aspect of AoE 3. Right, general civilization balance. Colv's damage multiplier of 1.5 against siege elephants replaced by 1.75 against siege units like Aronite, Hiraka, and Umbarachi. Um, okay, that's an interesting change. So they're making Colv's, I guess, more effective at countering uh, siege units. So it seems like, yeah, Aronite's kind of going to be countered by Colv's. I think Aranites and Mass will still just wreck Colv's. But like Abyss isn't here. It's weird that they like wouldn't add Abyss there. Um, but alright, that's probably a good change. Granary increased the displayed aura range from 20 to match the range of the farming bonus. Note that all other gather rate auras keep their range of 17. So it just displays a range of 20. I think that seems fine. That seems like a good change. Hand shock infantry, cover mode removed from all hand shock infantry units. I think this is a terrible change. I love cover mode in my Coyote runners, on Chimu runners. Um, I think that sucks. Like, I don't know. I really don't like this change. Cover mode, like it's so nice to be able to like micro your hand shock infantry out of cover mode and into like attacking and then out of cover mode again. Alright. Nuka Warchief fixed a glitch with the unit's death animation. Alright. Silvermine now uses the correct icon. Tata Archer ranged rate of fire slowed to 1.25 from 1 and artillery multiplier decreased to 2. Yeah, these guys were pretty good. Their rate of fire was literally 1. Which is pretty good. Zuave population cost reduced to 2. Don't know what that is. Walls reduced hit points of a wall, of all wall pieces to 1000 from 1500 and increased cost to 6 from 5. Alright, wall pillar now increases its own hit points that of adjacent wall segments by 50% back to the original hit point of 1500. This bonus does not stack. Construction time is reduced to 1 second, line of sight increased to 2. So they've kind of given like a diagram of how it works. So this is to kind of combat the pillarless wall spam that we've seen so much and that so many people dislike. So you can see a pillarless wall only has 1000 hit points. It now costs 6 wood from 5, which is like it's a 20% increase, but still 6 wood. It's barely anything. But if you have the pillar, you can see it's the original hit points of 1500. So are we still going to see pillarless walls? Probably. Are we still going to see walls with pillars? I'm sure we will as well. Like I don't think it's going to impact the walling problem in AoE 3 too much. And you'll see further on they've actually added a whole bunch of, or they've buffed a whole bunch of wall cards to kind of counteract this change. And they've added a little note here as well that I won't read. But we can keep going. Bastion, city walls, redoubts now increase wall hit points by an additional 200% to ensure upgraded walls retain the original amount of hit points if wall pillars are present. So yeah, you can see they're kind of like balancing out those cards with this change. So I think we're still going to see a lot of walls, a lot of pillarless walls as well. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the meta does. Crossbowman shipments fixed a non-functional shipment for the French and Maltese. Oh my gosh, only took them about 2 months. But it's good that we've got our 8 crossbow shipment back. That is like one of the most important shipments in the game. Can't believe it took them that long. Flying battery revolutions now also affects little bombards. All right. Improved cannon trade. Fix a glitch that resulted in the technology disappearing when certain age-up alliances were picked. Okay. Some pecuniary laws. Resource trickle rates increased for wood and coin and food. Okay. I don't know what that is. Looks like some more trickles. Okay. Aztecs. My favorite civ. Aranite is now also classified as heavy infantry. Okay, does that mean they don't get counted by Colves then? Because that seems to contradict itself. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna be biased here, but like Aranites will now get counted pretty hard by skirms, which was kind of like their main counter, slash heavy cav before. So yeah, I don't know if I like that. I mean, people complain about Aranites. They already got a nerf last patch against cav, or like light cav. So yeah, now skirms are gonna counter them. So I guess they're kind of aligning their tags with what the unit actually is supposed to do, which is counter artillery and do siege. So I guess it's probably a good change for the majority of people. I'm just an Aztec main, so you know, not a fan of it. Ritual Gladiators maximum of Jaguar Power Knights reduced to 12 from 16. They said this is an age 2 card, but I'm pretty sure that's the age 3 one that allows you to send 16 for every, or one Jaguar Power Knight for like every 2 you've lost. I mean, I really don't care. I think Jaguar Power Knights are terrible units, so I'll never use them anyway. Team 14 Zaptec Allies card added. Team 14 Zaptec Allies. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a team card. That seems pretty good. Okay, Chinese Disciple now gains 0.5 speed upon reaching age 2. Fine. Great Wall now improves wall hit points by 600%, up from 500% to compensate for the general wall hit point reduction. Okay. What I'm interested with this is if you have like pillar walls, so they're the same hit points as they were before, and this card's just been buffed to 600%, doesn't that mean overall walls got a buff? So I'm interested to see if that's the case. Okay, next one. This new card, team, hanging bridges, infantry, and civilians now move 5% faster. Is this going to be seen in competitive use? Probably not. One Mongol scout. I mean, it's a team card. Sorry, I guess that's a pretty good team card actually. All infantry moves 5% faster. We'll have to wait and see. I don't see China played much in team because you can't really monocomp. Onto Dutch. Dutch East India Company moves to age 1 and also enables envoys to build trading posts. Wow, okay. So this is a card you have to send, and then your envoys can build trading posts. That's interesting. I have never seen this card before. I don't think we'll see it in 1v1 anyway. Coffee trade, religious freedom no longer decreases unit speed by 10%, but instead it decreases bank hit points by 20%. Why would you send that? No longer decreases unit speed by 10%. Instead decreases bank hit points by... Maybe I'm reading that wrong, but it seems like you're just nerfing your bank's hit points. I probably don't understand the card, but that seems like an interesting wording. Okay, new team card, Frugal Constructions, enables a trickle of 0.75 wood per second, and trees last 15% longer. Okay, so it's a wood trickle, and kind of a buff to your, I guess, trees, they just last longer. And it's a team card, so that seems pretty good. Belinda Hitman in age 4, 500 coins, ships a number of Akan Akobis, enable them to be trained at native embassies. 3 native embassy Travois. Okay, so you're just shipping units and you can train them. Okay, Ethiopians. Gondarine architecture, age 4, now improves war hit points by 200%. So yeah, that's just to compensate for the change. Another team card sends 3 vills. So team 3 vill card. So Aztecs now not the only one that gets team 3 vills. I wonder if you can do like Aztecs and Ethiopians and you both send that card and then you get like 6 vills across the entire team. That seems really good. Okay, we'll move on to the French. Sans French Revolution. Cost increased to 100 food from 90 food. Okay, I don't know what this revolution is. Now benefits notably less from cards. Okay. Team range infantry attack, age 3. This isn't every French deck. Now improves range infantry damage by only 10% down from 15, so a little nerf, but grants an extra 5% to French and Hausa players. Why is Hausa there? That seems really odd. So it's a slight nerf to the card, but it stays the same for French and Hausa players. That's an interesting decision to include Hausa there. Card renamed to team. Try. Tira. I can't pronounce that. Why would they rename that? Range infantry attack is the perfect name. I have no idea what that means. I really dislike them renaming everything to these pointless, probably historically accurate though, names. But it doesn't do anything for like game knowledge because nothing's succinct. You can't go across any civ and see, oh, that's the infantry attack card. It's you now have to look at the name for everything and read the description. I think that's terrible. It's really tough for a new player to come into the game and see all these different names and be like, oh, so they must be different cards, but no, it's just an infantry attack card or something like that. Okay, new team quiche. I think that's quiche. Enables a trickle, so a trickle card of 1.8 food. That's all right. Germany prince electors previously doubled build limits are now halved in most cases. Oh, so this is like the you send that in age 1 and then you can train like the Royal Musketeers, right? Totenkopf Hussar corrected the population cost to 1 from 2. Drummer initial build limit now retains 3 from the first alliance with a Hanover Palace on the map. Okay, I think this is probably the most interesting part of this. Build limits doubled and now halved, so you can only make half as much, it seems. So that seems like a big nerf. Team 3 Vills added for Haudenosaunee in age 2. Wow, so Aztecs, Ethiopians, and Howds on the same team. Can they all send that card? That seems incredibly broken. Surely you won't be able to all send that card. Okay, Hausa. Team. Oh, so that's that French card that was changed, the range infantry attack. That was added to Hausa as well. Okay. Inca. Okay, Chaskies. Automatically improves hit points in age 3 and age 4 by only 25% instead of 30% and 40%. That's a good change. People have complained about this unit. Cost increases to 50 wood, 50 coin from 40 wood, 40 coin, and train time to 15. I think this is a good change. This unit was just, it was too good for its value. It was like a Chimu runner, but it's Shadow Tex. Yeah, so that seems really good. All right. Moon Ceremony, all wood gatherers on the community plaza, so villagers, priestesses, llamas, now generate 20% less wood with 1 gatherer, but roughly 10% more with about 10 and more gatherers. Okay, so they're trying to nerf the wood trickle in early game. I know when I play Inca, I always build the community plaza like as you're transitioning to age 2, and you put the llama on it, and you get about 1.1 wood trickle per second, which is about 2 vils on wood equivalent. So now that's probably going to be around 0 0.9, 0 0.8 wood trickle. It's probably still worth it, but they're just nerfing that, which is probably good. It was a very strong kind of early game trickle. So yeah, I think that's probably a good change. And then they reward you if you have um, like more villages or more priestesses, which is like a late game kind of thing, which is good. Okay, or autarky. Catcher houses now generate 0.45 wood, down from 0.6. Okay, so that's that card that allows the country houses to generate wood, which I think is a necessary card for Inca because their skirms cost wood. But it seems like it's getting a bit of a nerf. So I'm glad they didn't touch the actual country houses themselves, like and their gather rate or like hit points or the cost to build them. But that does seem like a good change. Okay, Team Inca Walls H1 now improves wall hit points by 150%. So yeah, that's just to compensate. Indians. Sepoy. Multiplier against Cav in melee increased to 2 and melee damage reduced to 17 from 18. I think this is a good change. Their multiplier used to be, I think, 3 against Cav in melee. So they received a massive nerf maybe about 6 months ago or a year ago. And so to see that buff to 2 times is a good change. And just to make sure it's not too OP, they've just dropped the damage down to 17. So I think that's a good change. Siege Ellies is now classified as a siege unit and receives 10% siege resistance. That's good because they were classified as, I think, light cav previously, which was a change from siege units before. So I think originally they were siege units and then they got changed to light cav. Now they're back to siege units. Could be wrong there, but I think that's what's happened. And they got counted by Coles now. Recently. So good to see 10% siege resistance there. Okay, Team 3 flail elephants cost increased to 500 food from 300 food. So this must be an H3 card. I know the H2 card's very good. The Team 2 flail elephants. Okay, Team I suck at names. Subsidiary laws. Resource trickle rates increased for wood, coin, and food to 0.3, up from 0.2. Lots of trickles getting introduced. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I guess it rewards more casual players who can't macro as well. Yeah, interesting. Okay, Italians. Team Marco Polo Voyages now also improves villager speed by 15%. Is that the one where your like treasures are like doubled and it gives you the map hack? Could be wrong on that. So your vill speed gets increased by 15%. That's interesting. So less vill idle time, I guess. Team Cav attack card added and grants 5% damage to Italian Cav. So a team cavalry attack. That seems like a good card. Italy doesn't have the best cav, so that's nice to see. Merchant Republic's H1 for future trade route income increased by 40%, up from 35%, so a bit of a buff there. Carabineria? Beniri? H3 now also replaces existing dragoons on the map with... Oh, it's a unit. I don't know what this unit is. So it looks like it's a goon. Alright, onto Malta. The Redden Towers, H3, card moved to H2. Is that... Are they like outposts? I'm not sure. Merchant Republic's H1 future trading route increase. So yeah, for the European civs, Italy and Malta, they've just buffed that card. It seems for the trade route income. Order Longbowmen fixed the missing multipliers against heavy infantry in some ranged attack stances. Okay, so just fixing a little bug there with the multipliers. A new team card, Frugal Constructions, enables a trickle of 0.75 wood and trees last 15% longer. Okay, so What was the other civ that got that? Malta's now getting this card as well. I think it was Dutch. So Dutch and Malta get that card. All right. Chinaco, oh, we're on to Mexico. Chinaco reverted the multiplier reduction against Handcav to 1.25 from 1.2, so they're applying that multiplier. Again, this was, I think, a change in the most recent patch, but they're reverting that, which I think is good. I think that Chinaco are probably underperforming just a little bit. Sociador, so the skirms hit points increased to 115 from 110 and range to 19 from 17. Massive buff. So now they're going to be able to go toe-to-toe with other skirms, which I think what Mexico players really wanted. Just like a decent skirm, because it was probably one of the worst skirms in the game, the Sortiador, but now they'll be able to just like keep up with every other civ. So that's probably a good change. Ambuscade H2 card removed, but effects merged into Observer's card. So they're just merging two cards together. Observers no longer increases Salteador range by +2, line of sight and speed, but now features the Ambuscade effect of improving Salteadors when near natural resources. So yeah, just a buff to your skirms and merging that other card. Guerrilla Tactics icon updated. Plan of a Tula fixed a bug that didn't allow revolutionary training in batches of 10. So just a bug fix. Team Zaptec allies. So similar to Aztec, this card was added as well. 14 of them, which is nice in Age 4. 24 Mayan allies. Fix the incorrect red border for the card icon. Okay. Reservistas now also classifies insurgents as gunpowder troopers, but their range is reduced to 12 from 14. Okay, so isn't that the pike unit? But their gun, I'm not sure. I don't know about this one. I don't know enough about Mexico. There's so much to this civ. Lancers of California, so this is a revolution, cost reduced to 2,000 coin from 4,000 wood, 4,000 coin. So massive buff to this revolution, it seems. It must be a card in the revolution. Could be wrong there. Okay, Texas Army, Texas Revolution, cost of 1,000 coin added, and free research now takes up 400% more time, up from 300%. Okay, so a card's been changed. 4 Gatling guns, infinite, a card added. Alright, onto the Ottomans. Okay, ASAP rate of fire slow to 1.75 from 1.5, so a little nerf. And siege damage decreased to 20 from 22. Cost increased to 60 food, 40 wood from 55 wood. So actually quite a big nerf to ASAPs. I think that is good because you see all those like instances of people just doing an ASAP rush and just winning because like you can't really counter it that effectively. You can't use cav. ASAPs go toe to toe with skirms, and I think they probably do quite well against musketeers as well. So yeah, that's probably a good change. Team 400 coin increased to 500 coin. It's another team card. Light archery now improves ASAP rate of fire to 1.5. Oh, okay, so they've just kind of reverted that change here in this card. Nice. I think that's probably fine. Okay, Portuguese. Fatorius food trickle reduced to 0.4 from 0.5. Okay. This is some port nerfs. 3 organ guns. Cost increased to 300 coin from 200 coin. This is great. I'm so glad to see this because like there's some players like Swisher Guts who like only do like a port 10-10 and in your base in Age 3 with 3 organ guns at like 6 minutes 30. So this will just slow that down a bit along with the Fatorus nerf as well. That's really good to see. And it was just a really strong strategy as well. So Constable Age 3 now improves spy damage by 6 and in cover mode by 3 instead of setting them both to 15 damage. Okay, so just a buff to the spies with this card. Naval Infantry Age 3 moved to Age 1 and now also applies to Ordnance Riflemen. Alright. Ordinaka, Treaty of Tordesillas. I'm butchering these names, I apologize. Now also replaces crossbowmen in town centers with ordnance riflemen if the politician was chosen. Okay, so a change to one of the age-up politicians, it seems. And replaces the crossbowmen with a different unit, a rifleman, it seems. And the cost increased to 35 wood, 35 food from 30 wood, 30 food. So it's like a crossbowman equivalent, and it's a little bit cheaper as well. Oh, I'm not too versed in this particular strategy. That seems like a little bit of a nerf there, which is good because I think I've seen like Revnak do this, and it goes really well. And you know, we used to see Ethiopia do this strategy as well with the ordnance crossbows that only cost 30 wood, 30 food. Or I think it was 30 food, 30 coin, which is even cheaper than wood. So yeah, that's good. Okay, Russians 5 Pruchnik's card added. I thought this card was added last patch, but maybe that was just the unit trained in H2. So I guess that's good. But it just means another card in H2 for Russia, which they really don't need. So I don't know if we'll see this that much. Tsar Cannon removed the cost of 200 coin. Okay. Sweden, Savlak's Jaeger's Treaty of Roskilde. Cost reduced to 750 wood from 1500, and cost of the Jaegers changed from 80 wood, 80 coin to 100 wood, 100 coin. Okay, so is that the Jaegers you can send in H3? I think so, because then you can train them afterwards. Okay, so they're reducing the cost of it, but increasing the cost for the actual unit afterwards. No, decreasing the cost of the unit afterwards. Okay, so that's a buff to that. Which is good because Swedes need skirms. They don't have skirms, so I think that's probably good. And you know, Sweden's been probably on the lower tiers in the last few patches due to all the changes and nerfs to their Carolines. So I think that's nice. So another team card enables the trickle of 0.75 wood and trees last longer. So that team card again for Sweden, which is good because you know they chop a lot of wood for all their torps. So I think that's a good trickle, and especially if torps are going to cost more and take longer to build. Yeah, that's a nice change. All right, United States, German immigrants, cost reduced to 225 wood from 250 wood. So a little bit of a buff there. Team 10 Cree, H4, 1000 coin card added. So Team 10 Cree, that's a nice card. All right, onto the revolutions. I'm just going to skim over these because I don't really care too much for these, but I'm sure you guys do. Argentina, Buenos Aires fixed an issue that prevented the construction of taverns and lombards. All right, so a bug fix. Little bombards can no longer be sent infinitely by the Italians. San Martin cost increased to 1200 coin from 1000. So a bit of a nerf there. Barbary States. I do care about this revolt actually, because this is one you actually see quite often. Particularly Karim, he loves to do this revolt. Okay, so new card, Ottoman Expeditionary Army, 1600 coin, sends 12 Janissaries and 2 Great Bombards. Okay, that seems like a pretty average card. The 2 Bombards is nice. Brazil, oh geez. If you touch this revolt at all, like, oh, I don't even want to think about it. Wildlife added a tooltip to explain that the card sends 10 capybaras and 10 random animals. Wait, that's actually a card? That's sick. I don't like this revolt. I think it can get really good, and it was really good a few patches ago when Fatorius was really strong. Been scarred by this revolt, guys. Canada, okay, 4 war canoes replaced with 2 ironclads. Wow, 2 ironclads instead of 4 war canoes. I think you'd take that any day. Fencibles no longer appears twice in the home city when revolting with the French. Okay. Fur trade fixed the card missing for the British. Okay. Chile, 2 steamers, card removed. Advanced trading post replaced with advanced mill. Interesting. Sustainable agriculture card added. Celateria effects moved to the Peru Revolution. Now sends 3 estate wagons and enables estates to trickle coin. Oh, it's interesting. Another trickle. Icon updated. A new card, German settlements added a new card to enable citizens in the town center and citizen wagons in mills. Wow, I do not know what that means. Military parade, 2,200 coins, sends 15 Prussian needle gunners and 10 Prussian Uhlans. It's a nice card. Egypt, 16 Cavet Fusiliers reduced to 14, so a little bit of a nerf there. Fixed an issue with several cards not providing their revolutionary bonus effects, so a bug fix as well. Finland, the Karelian Jaeger, fixed a bug that prevented the construction of arsenals, with gather rate increased to 0.75, so a buff to the Jaegers, which is nice, and a Jaeger combat card, so they're buffing the Finland revolt. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. I think we'll probably see this a bit more, especially in maybe team games. Grand Columbia, 2 steamers, card added. It's infinite. Colombian army now also affects ordnance riflemen. Okay. Indonesia, this revolt needs some love, man. I've like never seen this revolt ever, and I'm pretty sure it's terrible. Javanese spearmen cost reduced to 80 food from 100 food, and train time to 22 seconds from 30, so nice. Buff there. Hand and siege damage increased to 13 and 50 from 8 and 32. That's massive. That's a massive buff. Wow. Okay, Cranston Guards now improves Javanese Spearmen by 20%, down from 25%. Okay, so that's a little nerf there to, I guess, counteract this massive buff. Added the following cards, Belindium, blah, 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 all those. Okay, Mexico, cost increased to, oh, Curudio, cost increased to 100 food, 60 coin, from 50 wood, 50 coin. Haiti, letter of Marku, Buccaneers, I don't know how to say that, no longer benefit from counter infantry rifling, cover mode removed. Okay, so a nerf there. Oh, Buccaneers, sorry. Why could I not pronounce that? Ugh. Too many words. Hungary, fixed an issue with several cards not providing their revolutionary bonus effect. Okay. Peru, Team Aqua Lacuna, Team Sentinel Labor, cards removed. Cuzco now sends extra infrastructure wagons in exchange for less Peruvian dogs, enables infrastructure wagons and settlers to construct cancha houses. Oh, so they're adding some kind of Inca, I guess, little trickle, like Inca changes. Plus, you know, it is Peru. I'm pretty sure Inca then changed into Peru historically. Guano economy, trading posts generate coin and citizens gather coin faster from mines. So a buff, or it's a new card, sorry. Junian Hussars, hand cavalry and hand shock infantry trains and moves faster. Okay, advanced trading post. Custom, not gonna pronounce that. Cards added. Haraka no longer receives imperial combat values. All right. Romania, 8 Cav Archers card added. Russian Expeditionary Army, 500 coins, sends 9 Counter Dragoons and 3 Coals. That seems like a great card. Fix an issue with several cards not providing their revolutionary bonus effects. And onto the United States, Bushnell's Continual Sappers reverted the cost increased to 500 coin from 800 coin. Knox Continual Artillery cost reduced to 600 wood from 1000 wood. Remove cost for the following cards. All right. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's all the changes. So pretty big patch actually. Good for the holidays. I think what I'm most keen to see is this wall kind of change, and what's going to be the new current meta. They nerfed my favorite Aztecs, but look, that's okay. I know they have been a very good civ, and they are kind of like on the near the top of the tier list at the moment. Lots more trickle cards, lots more team cards. So it's nice that team's getting a its time in the limelight. And a few buffs and nerfs here and there. So I think it's a good patch. Interested to see how this war change goes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're still here after all this time, I want to say thank you. And in the comments, comment dolphin. Just so I know you made it the whole way. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.